investment in our water infrastructure. We all know it needs to be done, and I agree in principle with the water reforms. I do want to say that I haven't been comfortable with the pace of this process, and I have said this to a few councillors, and now we've found out that we actually had until 1 July 2027 before this needed to be finalised. And I actually think that that extra year could have helped councillors better process the detail and help bring the community along with us as well. And what's come out recently with the water meter discussion, yes, the cost would have been, sounds concerning to a lot of people, but what actually concerned me was what came out of Mayor Little's comment, or what he said recently, was that the prices and projections for this was based on the older Wellington Water pricing, before all the value for money changes were happening. And those numbers, we know they shaped our annual plan last year, we know they shaped our long-term plan, and we know that those were the numbers that shaped the pricing benchmark that Tiaki Wai is using now, which is terrifying, a lot of people out there. And at the same time, Tiaki Wai is proposing a really big, ambitious capital works program, which goes far beyond what Wellington Water has historically ever been able to deliver. But much of that same system and many of the same people will still effectively be carrying out that process. So I think there are fair questions around how achievable those delivery targets really are. And importantly, the communities are effectively being charged based on those large projected work programs up front, regardless of whether the work is ultimately delivered or not. So just to be clear, I'm not saying that we do nothing, and this is not me saying that I don't understand the need for water reform, because I do. But when people are already stressed about affordability, and we're talking about a very large long-term cost based on pricing assumptions that are still shifting, I think it's reasonable to have these uncertainties and questions. And knowing now that we actually had until 1 July 2027 before this needed to be finalised, I do think more time could have helped work through some of these questions and help bring the community along with us. So for me personally, I'm not comfortable supporting this today.